Everybody, welcome to the Keto Mom page. We are going to dive into preparing for the week. What does that look like? Meal planning. I've had a lot of people ask about kids and low carb options for lunches for school, which you don't have to. Your kids don't have to be keto. It is a question that has come up. And talking about snacks and my mom fuel. That's what we're diving into. So I'm talking to Facebook, I'm talking to TikTok. I don't really know how TikTok works, but I just started it. And so as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And are you preparing for your meals this week? That is the question. Are you getting ready? Are you going to the grocery store? Have you gone through your refrigerator and your freezer? Have you taken inventory on your food? I just sent my husband to the grocery store, so he's getting all of the groceries for this week. We're gonna fill up the fridge so that we are prepared. If you are brand new to my page, hey Amelia, could you grab your dogs? If you're brand new to my page, we have 4 daughters and 4 dogs. Kind of like having 8 kids. It's a little crazy and usually loud here. And so anyways, we're gonna dive in. So first of all, where are you tuning in from? And I want to know, are you preparing for your week? What does that look like? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. To me, that means that simple, right? If you don't have your meals planned, if you don't have things ready for breakfast, if you are a breakfast eater, for instance, we use our air fryer every single day. Who uses their air fryer? If you don't have one, put it on your Christmas list. I use it every morning. I throw in sausages from Costco, which is my favorite store, and I go about my morning. When they're ready, I plop them on the counter and the kids eat them. Sometimes they have eggs, sometimes they don't. It just depends. But I just want you to know, like, if you have things ready and planned and prepared, guess what? You're not gonna go through the drive-thru. You're not gonna grab the donut as you're grabbing your coffee, like you do probably every single morning, or the muffin, or the cake pop, or whatever you grab. So for instance, breakfast. If you have your breakfast ready, and you have it in the freezer or the refrigerator, or maybe you're intermittent fast, you're set. Lunch, right? If you stay at home like I do, I homeschool, I am a homeschool mom. Is there any other homeschool moms out there? I'd love to know. And for those of you who are asking questions, on Facebook, I will get to your questions when the live is done. On TikTok, I think it disappears. So if you are on any other platforms, you can follow me on Instagram. It's ketomomsecrets, all one word, or Facebook, just go to Keto Mom, and you will find my video. And I would love to connect with you and help you on your goals and help you set goals and figure out how in the world you make this a lifestyle. Our family's been doing this for 6 years, just been taking one day at a time, one meal at a time, and helping people on their journey, sharing what works for us and helping you do the same. So with all of that said, I think people overcomplicate all of this. In the very beginning, when we first started eating this way, we took one meal at a time, one day at a time. We drank more water when we weren't hungry, we weren't snacking or eating, and that is the biggest thing, I will tell you. If you are familiar with somebody called Joseph McClendon III, so he was at one of our company's events, and he teaches a lot, he teaches a lot on mindset. And one of the things he said was, listen, we all know what to do, right? I would love to know, as you're watching, what are your goals for this season? I don't know if you, like me, you feel like you're going into a new season, but I feel like summer is done, and we are officially starting school tomorrow. We've got all things volleyball and dance. We've got we've got everything. We're taking a new chapter, right? We're turning the corner. We are doing something new. For me, that means that we still grill a lot, but I'm like, it's Crock-Pot season. Like, I'm gonna start making some new Crock-Pot meals. Make sure you pay attention to the page. Make sure you're following along. Tune into the stories. But I'm ready to dive into chilies and soups and all things that are ready so that when we're done with school and we're done with volleyball and horse lessons and all of these things, we can come home and we have a meal ready to go, right? I don't want you to overthink this. So whether you're just starting or you've hit a plateau, or maybe you're like, I need to restart, this is what Joseph McClendon said this last weekend. He said, if your goal is fat loss, you want to know something? You need, and don't be offended, I'm just repeating what he said. You need to stop putting so much food in this hole. And I Thought that was so funny. And I've heard him say that before, but for real, right? The number one thing that I truly feel like people need to understand is, listen, stop overeating good food. Stop overeating and snacking on good food. I'm going to show you a couple snacks in just a second, and I'm going to give you some ideas for lunches. But you can overeat good food. I'm going to say it. I say it on every single live. I say it probably every single day in my stories. If you're not hungry, you don't need to eat. If you're not hungry, you don't need to eat. You don't need to force feed yourself, even if it's a keto snack. I'll give you an example. Let's say that I'm walking around my house this afternoon and these are on my counter and I think, oh, these are just fine. They say they're a keto snack, no added sugar, and I'm bored, right? And if I grab these little snacks to eat and I'm not hungry and I eat the entire bag, then guess what? I just overate good food. I overate calories. You don't have to be obsessive about calories, but when you're constantly eating, you do. You have to pay attention to it. So for example, okay, I kind of got on a little tangent. I want you to pay attention to a couple things. First of all, I want you to plan today. If you are not a planner, not a big deal. Go look in your refrigerator. Mine's right over here. Take inventory of the food. What meals do you want to have? We're going to grill burgers. We've got salmon burgers. My kids want chili. We grill a lot until it gets super cold, and even then we will. Grab some vegetables. Grab some snacks. Make sure you're set up for success so that when you're living in the car and taking your kids to all of their activities, guess what? You won't go through the drive-thru. So I keep things in my car and in my purse at all times. This is with me at all times. We just got back from our last summer, hoorah. Like, this is so fun. We're ending the summer. We went to Wisconsin Dells. Has anybody ever been there? It was so fun. We stayed at the Wilderness Resort. It was incredible. And you want to know what I had in my backpack? These. There were some other random snacks. But when the kids said they were hungry and we weren't ready for a snack, I go, give them your hand. I give them one little handful because they keep you full. Or almonds, right? I keep things in my purse and in my car so that if we're in between and kids are crabby or maybe you are hangry and you need a snack to get you to your next meal, this will sustain you for the afternoon or for the early evening. Anyways, okay, I want to get on point. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I need to know, are you ready for this week? And if you're not, when you're done here, take inventory of your refrigerator, figure out what you're going to have for your meals. It's not hard. You could eat the same meal every single day, head to the grocery store, and you will be set up for success so you're not going through the drive-thru. Number 2, I have a lot of people going, I'm going to pack my kids their own food. Great. That's awesome, right? You can't control what they eat at school. They have to eat either hot lunch or if you make them something and you want to make a healthier option, don't overthink it. My kids aren't keto. They eat better. They still eat plenty of fruit. My kids love grapes. They love apples. They will eat raw vegetables with dip. They eat a lot of these. So if you want to just swap out a couple things, don't give them the Rice Krispie bars and all of the prepackaged snacks. Grab some low carb wraps. You can put some peanut butter on there. You can do some meat and cheese sticks. Don't overthink it, right? So I would love to know if you pack your own kids' meals or yourself, maybe you bring your own meals to your office, what do you pack for lunches below? A lot of people are going, what do I make? Hard-boiled eggs, egg salad, low-carb wraps, veggies and dip. Fruit is fine for the kids, right? If you were an adult and your goal is fat loss and you're asking me, can I have fruit on the keto diet? The answer is, it depends on your goals. No. It does not work on a keto diet, but maybe your goal is to just eat better, so you're going to stick to more berries. And does that make sense? Here's my biggest thing on this page. There is not a one-size-fits-all. You're not going to buy a 7-week keto course from me. I'm just going to give you recipes and tips and tricks to help you. The biggest thing is, how is your body reacting to food? Everybody's different, right? So we're going to work on things like drinking more water, moving your body, intermittent fasting, low-carb meals, buns off the burgers, croutons off the salad. Let's grab a lettuce wrap. Let's not eat if we're not hungry. But if you're preparing, guess what? You're going to make better choices long-term. This is not a 6-week program and then you're done. Most people that message me, they go, hey, you know what? I did this a year ago. I did it till I reached my wedding or till the vacation, or I did it until this time. And then I stopped and I gained all the weight back. I need some help. right? We're gonna make this so that's a long-term, make a couple different swaps, pay attention to your body, drink less sugary drinks, eat less sugar and processed junk, and I promise you, you will be completely different. You'll feel better if you give yourself a year of doing that. 1 year. 1 year. Can you commit to 1 year? I bet you can. So, don't overthink it. Plan today for your meals all week so you're not going through the drive-thru. Number 2, don't overthink lunches. Simple swap outs. Low carb wraps, not all this prepackaged sugar. You don't need to pack juices or juice boxes or soda or pop. Water is just fine. And then real quick, I get a lot of questions about snacks. So I get this in the mail, this little KetoKrate. I think it's fun. A lot of people ask me about snacks, and I talk about this a lot because these are things that are fine in a pinch, right? These are things that are fine to eat, like if you were going to the water park that we were at all weekend, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So these things are great, I feel like, when you're on the go. I don't like to have these things for snacks in my home all the time. They're still prepackaged. For those of you who are working on fat loss, guess what? You're not going to want to eat a lot of this stuff. It's still processed. Is it better? 100%. Is it a better option, a healthier option? Yes, and in smaller portions. Does that make sense? So I think this is fun to get because it allows me to try lots of different things, but I'm not a big snacker. I would be fine with just having macadamia nuts in my car. If we actually are hungry, we grab some of these and on we go till we get to the next meal. Does this make sense? I would love to know. Hi, honey bun. It's fine. What keto questions or low carb questions? What questions do you have? Ask your questions below. If you're on TikTok, I can't read them, so you're gonna have to go to Facebook and ask. And I promise you, if you send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, I will message you back that day before I go to bed, whatever questions they are. If you need help getting started, if you need help, I have a basic foods list. If anybody wants, like, how did you get started? I really want like an 8-step process. I made a video. I have it all ready. I'm not gonna charge you for it. You can just have it, and it's like, here's some lunch options, here's some supper, here's some breakfast, here's some snacks. If you want that, post food in the comments and I will send it to you. It's very, very basic. And then as you continue to tune in, I'll give you we share recipes every day. We share different tips and keto tricks every single day. So just continue to tune in. Lastly, I will tell you this. I started my journey with drinking ketones. Some of you agree with it, some of you don't. Guess what? It works for me and it's a tool. Some of you get up in the morning and you drink a pot of coffee. That works for you. It does not work for me. This works for me. So I get a lot of questions every single day. I will tell you, I take a packet of ketones, I put it in my water when I wake up. I'm in ketosis in under an hour. For me, in the very beginning, 6 years ago, I was able to lose the last 10 pounds of baby weight. I've had 4 daughters. I've had to get it off. Some people go, show me your fat loss picture and then I will let you help me. And I want to say, just so you know, eating healthy isn't always about fat loss, it's about feeling good. For me, it was a ton of brain fog that I had prior to switching the way that we eat. For me, it was my energy levels. I was exhausted and I needed a nap every single day. Whatever your goals are, food can either fuel your body or hurt it. Food is fuel, right? Or lack of can make you fall asleep. And so I love to share what works for me. And ketones work for me. I've been drinking them for 6 years. Helps me with my energy. I joke and say I haven't taken a nap in 6 years. I love the appetite control. I'm not a snacker, but it really helps me not snack. And I just feel incredible. So for those of you who've been asking, I do different trial packs of Mom Fuel. If you want to know more just about ketones in general, just post ketones in the comments. Actually, just post 5. Post a 5. I'm going to send you a video to watch. You and I are going to chat about your goals, what you're looking to work towards. I want to help you with your food. I want to help you with all of this. I'll lock arms with you and I'm going to go, where's your water intake? Are you moving your body? What does your food look like? Are you tracking? Are you not? We're going to work together. So if you want to know more about my Mom Fuel, which is incredible, post 5 in the comments and you and I are going to chat. Otherwise, I want to help you. So ask any questions below and I'll come back and message every single person that has a question. And I think that's it. So don't overthink this. Don't overcomplicate it. For those of you who are tracking your food like down to the macros, guess what? I'm trying to read comments. It's so hard over there. For those of you who are tracking, I think tracking is great. If you track your food in like a MyFitnessPal or a carb counter, it's a really good visual. This is what I did years ago. I tracked all of my food in MyFitnessPal because I thought, I think I know what to eat, but I'm going to track it without trying to be very strategic. I would track it, and at the end of the day, I would go, whoa, I can't believe I ate so many carbs. Or I would go, oh yeah, that's great. I actually feel great. It was more low carb. So I think tracking gives you a good visualization until you get a handle on your food and how to eat and how much to eat. There's so many things. I would just say this, keep it simple. Every single day you have choices, every day, right? In the morning you get up. Are you gonna intermittent fast or eat breakfast? If you're gonna eat breakfast, what are you gonna have? Bacon, egg, sausage, something low carb. Grab some water. Water. You don't need juice. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff full of sugar in the mornings. You don't need to have a little bit of coffee with your sugar. You need to have some better cream with your coffee. And lunch, same thing. Buns off burgers, croutons off the salad. Grab a lettuce wrap. Supper, protein in a veggie or protein in a salad. Get rid of the pasta, bread, and potatoes. Keep it simple. Like Joseph McClendon III said, if your goal is fat loss, then you need to put less food in this hole. And let's make sure that the choices that we're making are better choices. I always say, has anybody ever read the book, The 5-Second Rule? 5 seconds. It's by Mel Robbins. And she talks about making decisions and giving yourself 5 seconds. She'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, make the decision. I said, well, I kind of internalized it. I said, look, if you take the 5-second rule and if you put that towards your food, before you eat anything or before you drink anything, all you do is go, okay, 5 seconds. What is my best option, right? Before you have breakfast or lunch or even going through the drive-thru. Is there a salad? Or you can take the bun off the burger. 5 seconds. What is my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? I think this is a better option. Or give myself 5 seconds. I don't think that's a great option. Because here's the deal. And then I'm going to end with this. Every choice that you make is going to either give you a 1% better or 1% worse on your health journey. What does that mean? That means this. Let's say you eat a donut tomorrow. Are you going to gain 25 pounds? No. Let's say you eat bacon and eggs tomorrow morning. You make a better choice, right? You don't overeat, but you eat what is sustainable to your body. Are you going to feel healthier? Are you going to be like, yes, I lost 25 pounds? No, right? So every day you're going to make choices. And your donut choice, let's see, I think this is my donut hand. Your donut over the course of, let's say for the rest of the year, we've got 4 months, right? Right. If you keep making one, like if you keep going, oh, it's not a big deal, I'll start tomorrow. Not a big deal, I'll start on Monday. I'll start next month. Each choice is going to go like this and it's going to make a curve. So on January 1st of this next year, your good choices will either add up and you're going to see progression over the course of time. Maybe you'll look thinner, you'll feel stronger, you'll feel better, you'll drop weight, or it's going to be the opposite. And you're going to get to January and you and I are going to really have to have a conversation because you chose the 1% worse, right? Oh, it's not a big deal. I'll start tomorrow. It's one brownie, it's one cookie, it's one donut, it's one. You choose 1% better or 1% worse. Where are you going to go with it? Because you're not going to see it overnight, but over the course of 4 months, you will see it. So with all of that, I've kept you long enough. If you have not planned for your meals this week, go to the store, go to your fridge first, figure out what you have, go to the store, take 30 minutes of your day, get the food you need, and get ready to go. Number 2, for lunches, don't overthink it, right? Swap some low carb options out for some better options. Good grief, you think I could talk. And then lastly, I'm here to help. Send me a message. I'm always here to help. I will always answer your questions. If you want to try my mom fuel or just want to know more, post 5 in the comments and we will chat soon. I hope you guys have an incredible day and we'll talk to you later.